Hey guys, Miss Ryan here. You're going to miss this part of the lesson if you are sick today, and so I want to explain some things. It will make your life easier for the next couple of days. I'm in pajamas because it's pajama day, in case you're wondering, like, what's the new fashion that Miss Ryan is wearing? Okay, we have analyzed individual pieces of rhetorical analysis. Now we are going to figure out what we have to do if we have two pieces together. And so you've known for a long time how to compare and contrast two things. And you know that when you compare things, you look at how they are similar. And when you contrast things, you look how they are different. So when you do that and you talk about, like motorcycles and cars or scooters and cars, and you're trying to figure out which would be the better option for you to take to college, then you sort of consider the same things and the differences about them. So you would do a chart or a Venn diagram, and you would think, okay, motorcycles, a car. Which should I take to college? And you think, what are the differences between the two? Well, there's a big difference in the gas mileage, okay? So obviously great gas mileage over here. Maybe good gas mileage over here if you have a hybrid or an electric vehicle, but probably not. And so not as good on gas mileage. Okay? If you would consider the safety, of course a car is safer because if somebody runs into you, you are inside a vehicle. So safer over here, not as safe over here. So we're looking at the contrasts here. They both are forms of transportation. Okay, they both are going to use gas and get you where you need to go. They both might be pretty cool on a date, but that would depend on your date. Okay, so for sure this. You might also consider some other differences, like parking. Okay, so it is much easier to park. You probably are going to have to pay for parking over here on a college campus, where over here you might get by with parking it on a sidewalk or something like that. If you had a scooter, for sure you could do that. So you look at the similarities and differences, but here's the thing. It's not okay to just look at the similarities and differences. If you're going to write about them, you either need to write about one and then the other, or write about both and write about both. So body paragraphs look like this. You either do, I'm going to turn this over here just a little bit so you can see a little clearer. You either do block or alternating. So block, comparing and contrasting, is when you do a paragraph that's about one thing, like a whole paragraph about motorcycles, and then you do a paragraph that's about the other thing, a paragraph about cars. But truly good comparison and contrast is where you look at the same things. So if I'm looking at motorcycles here and cars here, I want to examine gas mileage here and gas mileage here. If I'm looking at then safety, I want to look at safety, and I want to do it in the exact same order. The only way to treat two things fairly, even if they're two different texts, is to look at the same things on both of them. It wouldn't be fair to look at the safety of the motorcycle, but the parking on the cars. So you try to look at the same things. This is called block, where you do one block at a time on the text or the item. The other way to organize your writing when you are talking about two things is to do alternating. Either, by the way, can be effective and well done. So it's not like one is more complex and better than the other one. Alternating is taking a topic. Like my paragraph now is going to be on gas mileage. And first, I look at the gas mileage of a motorcycle, and then I look at the gas mileage of a car. And down here, I decide I'm going to look at safety. So I do the first thing I did here. I want to do the first thing here. Motorcycle here, car here. So alternating back and forth between my two topics or texts, or with the subjects as the focus of your paragraph, the things you are comparing and contrasting. So you see, one way or the other, you're going to look at all the same things. It's just how you organize your body paragraphs. You're going to look at two texts. One is the Thin and Hungry Look, which is funny, supposed to be funny. I hope you will find it funny. You'll have to figure out why it's okay for this particular text to be funny. And then you're going to look at a compare and contrast between Grant and Lee. So it'll be a little additional information on the Civil War for you. One of those texts is written in block form, and one is written in alternating form, at least primarily. And one of your jobs is to figure out which is which one is alternating, and which one is block. Then you're going to just simply answer some questions. I put a form on Google Docs. First of all, I put the text, and I put a form that you're going to fill out and submit to me. I just don't want you to get too far behind. This is probably at least an hour-long activity for you. And then if the students in class finish early, they're going to have some reading time. I just felt like if you're sick and you have to miss today, this will help you to maybe not be so far behind. Please try to have it completed by Tuesday so that you will at least not have missed what happened in class today. I so hope you get to feeling better. Take care of yourself, and we will see you in class on Tuesday.